Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
What's up, people? Let's go.
It's all about the game and how you play it, all about control. And if you can't take it, all about your day. And if you can't play it, it's all about to make it. I am the game. You
What's up, y'all?
I am control. No way you
Much love. We got the Chargers mask because we won in week 6. Who would have thought? We them, baby. How y'all doing, broskies? I know it's a little bit of a late night pod today, but we got to get it done. You know what I mean? It's a good cup of Joe here. We got a good pod for you. I don't know what is going on with my camera. Oh wow! I left I left the thing in there. Here we go. Let me see. How y'all doing though? How y'all doing? Hope y'all are doing great. Doing splendiferous. You know what I'm saying? Splendiferous. I don't know what's going on here. Give me 1 second. Oh no. Oh goodness. Who would have thought? There we go. There we go. There we go. My bad. I thought I was a tech guru. Apparently I'm not. Sue me. Apparently I'm not. Goodness gracious. Man, this thing that caught me a little off guard. Let me take this thing off real quick. Jeez Louise. They had your boy sweating out here. That being said, welcome y'all to the Brothers Keeper podcast, baby. Yes, sir. This is the only place where you're going to get my takes. This is the only place where you're going to get takes from other people. We are here. We are live late at night. How many of y'all caught up with week 6? Let me know. How many of y'all caught up with week 6 of the NFL? The NFL, man. Tell me what y'all thought. Them Cowboys looked crazy bad, like insanely bad. They I don't know what was going on with that team, but that team looked horrific. They looked insanely bad. But we'll go a little bit into that. Little comments from Jerry Jones, but I don't want to keep you guys too preoccupied with what happened in that season or in that game. But this season has been crazy, man. One of the reasons it's been crazy is because we had some crazy NFL news. Crazy NFL news. All right, that's enough. Great, that's enough. Devante Adams, baby. He has gone to the New York Jets. My goodness. The New York Jets have acquired Devante Adams. We got Aaron Rodgers out there with Devante Adams. How y'all feeling about that? I don't know, man. It seems like it's almost it seems very, I don't want to say scripty because I don't want to give into the whole script stigma, but it seems very scripted. How y'all feel? I don't know. I think that Devante going to the Jets, even though he wanted to go there, feels a little too. I'll be honest. It feels like Aaron Rodgers has his hands a little bit too much on the organization and what they're doing, right? So if you didn't watch the last game, they lost not by that much to the Bills. The Bills played a pretty good game. So did the Jets. Honestly, they had a pretty good game. The difference being is that Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna be honest. That Hail Mary that he threw was lucky. I mean, I don't know what it is about him. He gets very lucky. Let's be honest. He's a lucky guy. He gets very lucky with those. And that one was pretty darn lucky. And I can say that pretty much because of how he played the rest of the game. Now, here's one thing that I have to say about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers definitely does not look bad. He looks like he's competent at least. He looks like he's at least able to throw the football in a way that benefits his team, right? He's not gonna put it in danger, right? Too much. However, that being said, his leadership skills, worst leader that I have ever seen in the NFL. And that's without a doubt. The worst. Aaron Rodgers too often has been uh has been throwing his teammates under the bus. And we saw it again yesterday. Yesterday, the game ended with him throwing an interception, right? I think that was his second interception that he threw that night. And he threw it, and he had some words to say about how Mike Williams didn't run the right play. Okay. Aaron Rodgers specifically says here, and he does this in public, man. That's what bothers me the most about it. Um, Let me see here. Aaron Rodgers goes on to say, let me get his exact words out here. Rodgers' words plainly state that Williams had to run the go route rather than the in breaker, with the quarterback going to the suggest he alter his throw at the last second due to Williams' route causing the pick. So he's saying that Mike Williams was supposed to run a certain type of route, right? He was supposed to run a certain type of route. Oh, what's up, Josh? What's up, man? You wanna join in? Here, let me get this. He was supposed to run some type of route, okay? And instead of running that route, he went ahead and did another kind of route, and that's why he threw the interception. Now, could that be true? Could that be true? Okay, buddy, we'll get into that. Could that be true? Yes, right? It could be very much true that Aaron Rodgers threw the ball to where he was supposed to go, and then he had to alter it because Mike Williams ran the wrong route. However, that's something to be said about his leadership. Why in public do you have to throw your dude under the bus like that? There's no reason, man. There's just no reason. And you know what's funny? Let me see what they got. I don't even know what they traded for Devante Adams, but if they traded Mike Williams, that'd be insane. Let me see. Um, what did they trade for Devante? Oh, yep. Well, let me see. What did they trade for Devante? Let me see. Okay, it's not really telling me. Okay, so for Devante Adams, bruh, can we just know what the trade was? Jeez, Louise. Why does everybody feel like they have to do a whole article? Just give me the trade. Tell me who you traded for this man, please. I beg of you. I literally beg of you. Can I find one article? Not even an article. Just give me they traded this for this and they traded for that for that. It doesn't have to be so complicated. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, the point is that Devante Adams was traded to the Jets, right? And Aaron Rodgers stood up there and threw Mike Williams under the bus. Like, why? Why do you have to do that? I really think he's the worst leader in the NFL. He saw it in Green Bay, how Devante Adams was left in limbo because he didn't know what the heck he was going to do. And now in the Jets, he's throwing wide receivers that have just started playing. Mike Williams, if I'm mistaken, has not been there for that long. And he's been there much less time playing with Aaron Rodgers at center or behind center. So, yes, there's going to be some miscommunication. Yes, there's going to be some issues. Mike Williams is a good route runner. When he was on the Chargers, he was a good route runner. He just was. He was a good number 2 to Keenan Allen. Now, is he the best? No. But how are you going to, in public, just say, oh, he ran the wrong play? I want to, like, that's the difference. This is the difference between leadership, guys. The difference between multiple Super Bowls and one and never going back to that Super Bowl again, right? Because you can't lead a team. Patrick Mahomes wins the game, and instead of saying we're good or if other people can get better, he says, I can do better. That's what Patrick Mahomes says. I can do better. There's some things that I could have done better in this win. Aaron Rodgers loses the game, and it's everyone's fault except for Aaron Rodgers. Oh, it's the coach's fault. Y'all lost without that coach. Another loss, another L for you guys. You still lost without that coach. I don't care if it was an interim coach. You wanted him out, you got him out, and you got an L. I want to know what your excuse is next week. I'm so serious. Who they face next week? Who does Aaron Rodgers face next week? Let me check this out real quick. Jets schedule. Let's look this up real quick. Next, they go against, oh yeah, buddy. They're going against the Steelers, the dysfunctional Steelers. Now they're 4-2. Let's not get things twisted. They're 4-2, okay? I think the Steelers are going through some issues too with their QB, right? So I'm telling you right now, if the Jets lose this game, if they lose this next game, bro, I don't want to hear nothing else from Aaron Rodgers, bro. Hang them up, buddy. You talk too much about how other people play. You talk too much about how other people coach. You talk too much about how other people report you, and now you don't want to take no accountability for it. It could be that maybe, buddy, you're not the same guy, and that's okay. That's okay. You're not a Joe Flacco type. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, buddy. What y'all saying in here? Raiders are finishing the deal, trade Devante Adams to the Jets, a conditional third rounder that can become a second round. Oh, that's it. So they only got, bro. That's a good. They get to keep Mike Williams on top of that. Well, let me tell you something. Mike Williams probably not going to be in that right receiver. that shift that they be doing. He's probably down there now. He's blaming Mike Williams already. It's crazy. It's wild. I don't know what else to tell you. But speaking of the Steelers are reportedly putting in Russell Wilson in for Justin Fields to start. Now that is, man, I don't know. If I was Justin Fields, I'd be feeling kind of salty. I'm not even on cap, bro. If I was Justin Fields, I'd be feeling kind of salty. We're 4-2, and you're gonna bench me. Now I get it, I really do. The Steelers spent a lot of money on Russell Wilson, and there's business decisions that need to be made. I'm spending all this money on this guy not to sit on the bench. I get it, but you're 4-2 with Justin Fields, coming off a dub as well. 4-2 coming off a dub with Justin Fields, someone that a lot of the NFL already gave up on, coming off of his rookie season, if not his rookie, his year. Y'all give me some grace because it's kind of late, so I don't really, my brain isn't working 100% right now. But yeah, you're telling me that you're gonna sub in Russell Wilson? I don't know. Scheme kind of shifty, but business wise, I understand it. You got to make your money worth it at some point. You can't just rely on Justin Fields getting you through because you spent so much money. It's kind of like when you have a Cadillac and then you got a Honda, right? You got the Caddy sitting in the garage all day, yeah, but like you got to drive it sometimes. You got to at least test it out. You know what I mean? You can't just, oh, the Honda's getting me from point A from point B. I'm just gonna leave the Cadillac to sit here. All this money I spent on a Cadillac, I'm just gonna let it sit here. No, you can't do that. You got to drive the Cadillac sometimes. At least give it a spin. I think that's what they're doing with Russell Wilson. They're trying to give him a spin. However, do I think it's a smart decision to do? Probably not. I think it could mess with some chemistry things. You're taking the hot hand off of the ball, and that's not always the best thing. That can be very detrimental to how the flow of things are going on the field, how the flow of things are going with wide receivers, chemistry, all those things. Every quarterback is different, just like every quarterback is different. The way they throw, the way their cadence, everything. It's gonna throw off a lot of things for the Steelers, I think. And do I think that it's gonna probably cost them against the Jets? Probably. Do I want it to? No, I really want the Jets to lose. I don't like Aaron Rodgers, guys. If you guys haven't, if you guys haven't noticed, the guy's buns to me. The guy's buns. I don't know what to tell you. Um, but yeah, that being said, let's kind of talk about these last couple games that happened, man. It was some good couple of games. Let's see here. We have that's the Bucks won. Yo. The Buccaneers won. It's crazy. Let me see here. Yeah, the Bucks won. Sorry, I was reading a message, y'all. My bad, my bad. I know. No, but the Bucks won, okay? So the Bucks won. They definitely had a game. Let me give them their props. They showed a lot of heart. That defense was horrific in the first half, but they also changed it around in the second half. You had a lot of good contributors. Chris Godwin out there doing his thing. I think the running back was doing his thing too. It was just a good all around game. They showed a lot of heart. They showed a lot of things that they were doing well. That being said, man, let's talk a little bit about Baker. Let's talk about Baker, man. How y'all feel about Baker's game? How y'all feel about Baker's game? To me, Baker had an okay game. Okay, I know some of y'all might hate me for that. Okay, hold up, hold up. Wait a minute, baby. Let me see here. If we look at this game statistically for Baker Mayfield, um, let's see here. He had 4 touchdowns with 3 interceptions, 325 yards, 24 for 36 passing. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, the Bucks scored a 50 piece, but this don't let this 50 piece fool you. Okay, all right. They scored 50 points on them. That's crazy. All right, Saints got demolished, bro. They got everything clapped. Okay, they got everything clapped. Oh my bad, not that one. There you go. Wow, they got everything clapped. Okay. That being said, the Bucks are lucky they turned it around that second half. That first half is probably the worst first half I've ever seen the Bucks play. And I think that Bucks fans would agree with that. Now, did they come back? Did they turn it around? Yes, definitely. I'm not trying to don't let this take away from it. However, 3 interceptions, to me, this doesn't clear Baker off of the list, okay, that I made. The list I made about Baker Mayfield is that he's not that type of quarterback that's gonna win you a game. Okay. And I got a lot of hate for that, bro. Shout out to the haters, y'all. Y'all cool. Y'all cool. It's all right. Y'all keep watching though, okay? Keep watching. Um, but yeah, definitely I would say that Baker had a not subpar because he has 4 touchdowns. He evened out, man. He evened out. He could have had a really bad game, but he turned around, showed some heart. That's all I can really say about them. Congrats to you guys. Oh, wrong one. Congrats to you guys. Congrats to the Buccaneers. Y'all did phenomenal. Y'all did phenomenal. Also, one of the things that I want to talk about for this week that happened was the Cowboys, man. How y'all feel about the Cowboys getting slapped the way they got slapped? Now, this is funny, man. There's nothing that makes me laugh more than seeing like old people get mad. I don't know what to. Old people getting mad is hilarious because it's you can see the rage, but you can also see that they're so helpless in what they can do. Now, Jerry Jones, y'all know who Jerry Jones is. He was on a radio show, and let me see here. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, he was on a radio show, and he had some choice words, man. Let me show you guys what he said here. Let me skip this real quick. Man, these ads are killing me on YouTube. Killing me. They make us the money though. All right, so they lost. Let me tell you, this is the most embarrassing loss that the Cowboys have ever witnessed at home in front of Jerry Jones on his birthday. Poor Jerry Jones, bro. Poor Jerry Jones. He tried his very best. He thought that the Cowboys would win, but they didn't. Okay. The Cowboys were absolutely smoked. Okay. And let me tell you something. This was like probably the most personal that I ever seen a coach treat a game. Okay. Now, the Lions head coach, bro, awesome coach. He's so awesome. Like, I would want to play football for that coach. Like, I think a lot of people would. I would run into a brick wall if that coach just said that was what we had to do to win. He's that passionate about the game, and he's that invested into what happens on the field. Okay. That being said, during this game, this is how bad the Lions were beating the Cowboys. They were putting linemen on wide receiver routes. And these weren't just little slants. These were like back shoulder routes where where the linemen barely had to move. They were like laughing in the face of the Cowboys and being so disrespectful with the plays that they were calling. I was here for it though, man. And you know who wasn't here for it though? Jerry. Let me show you what Jerry had to say about this. That boy was mad. Hold on, let me show you. Here we go. This was Jerry Jones' response. Tell me if y'all can hear this, please.
When you said where are you going to get the players, you can't get them this week, and you're aware of all the off-season topics.
Yeah, but what is your counter? What is your damn counter?
My counter
I
is
really want to know where you would go get it. Now, don't tell me about should gotten a guy in the off season.
Why not?
This isn't a damn word argument. Just because I'm not arguing with you, I'm dealing with how we line up against San Francisco, not what I did wrong last week or last month or 2 months ago or 2 years ago. If I really gave you guys a list of all the things I've done wrong over the last few years, you couldn't be on this program for the next 5 years steady and go over it. But every now and then you do some right things, and at the end of the day, you add it up, and the rights give you a better spot than the wrongs. But if you think for any minute right now, there'll be one Super Bowl champion. What do the others do wrong? There's one Super Bowl champion. And we want to be that champion. And I'm sure not throwing the towel in today because of what happened out there Sunday. But I'm not going to sit here and waste a lot of energy, a lot of time. Let's talk about what I should have done back in 1907 or 2017. Shit, Ben. Come on. I've got more time than that, and I actually don't even have time on this great show for looking back at decisions.
Okay. So, Jerry, 1970, a little different from this past off season in building the team we're talking about today, which there was a lot of criticism that you guys didn't add, didn't spend, and don't add and don't spend, and are not aggressive enough with some of the problems that are still haunting the Cowboys today that we see play out on the field. That's the point of talking about the offseason.
Oh, I remember those criticisms very well. Okay, so what?
Or are they playing out to be accurate?
What's your point?
My point is, it seems like
Listen, let me tell you what I'll do. About it. I will let us sit down and look at the decisions we've made over the last several years. Okay? I'll look at it. Now, if you think I'm interested on a damn phone call with you over a radio and sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater You have got to be smoking something over there this morning. I'm not. And I really don't. And I don't even want our listeners to listen to me. To talk about, this is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to
So
ask
get
why.
a job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
Hey, yo. That boy Jerry said, I don't know what you're talking about, but my job is to make the team win. I don't know what your job is, but that's not your job. And the guy's talking about something. Well, Jerry, I'm sorry, Jerry. No, boy. If you want to talk about your job, I'll go ahead and find someone else to ask me some questions. You over here talking on your podcast, on your radio show. And the guy's like, I'm sorry, Jerry. Please forgive me, Jerry. Jerry, I'm going to tell you something, boy. You look at me and listen to me clear, boy. No one here is going to talk about all the good things you do every single time. You have a lot of bad things that you've done in the offseason. You did a lot of bad things in the offseason. You could have gotten Derrick Henry. You could have kept Amari Cooper. You could have paid a lot of your players so that they didn't have to be in limbo of where the heck they're going to go. You could get a better head coach than Mike McCarthy because love Mike McCarthy to death. He is definitely not going to win another Super Bowl with the Cowboys. You could have been more competent with the players that you surrounded Dak Prescott with. I'm keeping the Southern slang, but you could have been so much more competent with the people that you equipped yourself with as America's team, the team that has no bounds, the most valuable team in America. You could have definitely have spent the money to get at least a good running back. You're over here begging for Ezekiel Elliott, asking him to come back. He hasn't been himself in like half a decade, and you're asking him to at least get you some yards. He can't do it anymore, Jerry. Mr. Jones, you have to do better. You're wondering here why the heck people are always talking about the negative. You want to know why? It's because there's so much more negative to talk about how you have run this team. There's so much more negative things to talk about how you have run this team, okay? There's not a lot of positives. All the positives come from the defense doing well, and yes, you did do some good things to set up that team. But it seems like every time that someone's contract is getting to the end of it, you want to drag that out. You did it for Dak, and thank God you paid Dak, because if you didn't pay Dak, especially after that injury he had, that would have been the craziest PR situation for you and your team. Like, people would have hated you forever. So you were basically forced to pay Dak. You didn't want to pay Tony Pollard. You didn't want to pay Derrick Henry. You didn't want to pay Amari Cooper. If you did want to pay them, they would still be on the team. Because a couple of years ago, this was supposedly a Super Bowl contending team. Okay? This was supposedly a Super Bowl contending team. And they couldn't do it. They don't get me started on that play that they ran. They got smoked last year, but that one play that they ran that they literally put Ezekiel Elliott by himself at the lineman position was insane. Insane. And so you're telling me that we have to not focus on the negatives, right? That every team that has not won a Super Bowl should be talking about the negatives. No, Jerry. No one here is saying that. You know that. You've been an owner for long enough to understand that is not what people are saying. There is a way that you are running this team, and the way that you have treated this team as far as expectations and what you have put into it. Okay. When you look at teams like the San Francisco 49ers, they haven't won a Super Bowl, but there's a lot less negatives to say about the 49ers than there are about the Cowboys. 49ers have not won a Super Bowl. They've been to one. Can the Cowboys say that? No. They can't. The Bengals haven't won a Super Bowl. Can the Cowboys say that? No. They can't. There's a lot of teams that have made it to a Super Bowl, Jerry Jones. But there's not a lot of teams that every year that they have existed under your ownership have done so disappointingly. Okay. Because it's not that they haven't done well, they've had good seasons, but with the hype that they have, and I've bought into the hype a couple years. For a couple years, I was on that hype train, especially when they had that awesome defense. Woo! Last year and the year before that, man, crazy defense. And they started off like that too. Everybody was on the train, including me. They beat down the Browns. And we'll get into them in a second. They beat down the Browns and they made them look like a high school football team, right? But the thing is that even though they did that, we have to understand that the Browns are not they're not that great of a team. And ever since then, it seems like they've been struggling just to get a W. Okay. What are they? They have a losing record going into the bye, I think, or 3-3 at least. Let me see. Let me not be lazy. I'm sorry, y'all. The Cowboys are as of right now, they're 3-2. Okay, so they're not doing too bad, man. Honestly, record wise. However, game wise, they're not. I feel like they're not 3-2. Hold up. Are they 3-2? Am I tripping? Why does it say 3-2 on here? Give me a second, y'all. Google is tripping. So we're not gonna show me their record. Is that what we're doing? 3-3. There you go. 500. They're sitting behind the Eagles that look dysfunctional as well, and the Commanders who have looked great. They're in third place in the NFC East. Come on, man. You've got to come to a reality where you say, man, there's something wrong on how I'm doing owning this team. Now, do I think that Jerry Jones is an awful owner? No. There's worse owners in the NFL, trust me. I'm not going to go through a list right now, but there are some worse owners in the NFL. But Jerry Jones definitely he absolutely needs to understand that, yes, there are a lot of negatives for this team, especially the Cowboys are like the Lakers, okay? In NBA terms, they're just like the Lakers. It feels like the Lakers, even though they have the name that goes along the prestige, that gives them that prestige to be a good team in the NBA, and for the Cowboys, a good team in the NFL. It feels like the moves that they make aren't really putting them in positions to be that great team. Okay, so yeah, Jerry, man, first of all, the audacity you have. I understand you probably own this radio station. You probably agreed to an interview with this guy. You didn't have to come on this web show or this radio show, but you have to understand too, man. The man has a job, and his job is to call out your BS. Okay, that's just his job. If you don't like it, come on, bro. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? He wants yes, man. At this point, I guess, but. I know we were talking about the Cowboys and how they beat the Browns. Speaking of the Browns have no intention, okay? Listen here, people. Listen here, okay? The Browns have absolutely no intention, none, of benching Deshaun Watson. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's because I'm a Jameis fan. I love Jameis Winston, bro. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL just because of his speeches. He's very charismatic, man. Is he a great quarterback? No. Let's be real. He has a lot of upside, but a lot of downside. But let me tell you, man, the man is charismatic. And if I was Jameis and I'm looking at the ownership of the Cleveland Browns, I would definitely go over there and tell Deshaun Watson this.
It's my turn. You told me it was my turn.
It's my turn, baby. You told me it was my turn. They need to start that boy Jameis, bro. They need to, man. I feel like it's a business decision as to why they put Deshaun Watson out there, right? They spent all this money on him. He has a contract. I think it's a guaranteed contract too. He has a contract. You don't want to waste that money on the bench. Start him. See what happens. I get it. However, that being said, man, geez, I don't know, bro. I feel like if you put Jameis in there, he would be doing so much better. I really do. I really do believe that, man. Um, Jameis Winston, he was on the Saints. I mean, Jameis Winston just has a way of bringing a team together. And I think that, I'm going to be honest with you, if we think about the Cleveland Browns, they seem so lifeless out there, bro. And I really think that this is not just me being a fan and me doing too much of this. I hope not. The Browns right now are in dire need of some heart. And I think Jameis Winston can instill that in them. They're 1-5. Who did they beat? Boy, if you lost to the Cleveland Browns, you should be embarrassed. Who got beat by the Cleveland Browns? Jeez Louise. Let me check this out. The Jaguars. Jeez, the Jaguars kind of turned it around, thank God. But the Cleveland Browns beat the Jaguars. That's wild to me. But yeah, Deshaun Watson, man. You know, bro, I understand. I'm not going to talk about this situation too much because it's a very serious topic as to what the Deshaun Watson thing is. If you don't know it, look it up. I really don't want to talk about it, mostly because I'm very uneducated on the situation. I know he's going through some court things with a lot of abuse situations, but please look it up yourself so you can educate yourself on it. But Deshaun Watson, bro, I don't know what it is, bro. He got something evil in him, bro. Have you seen him lately? Have you seen Deshaun Watson, bro? Deshaun Watson looks, bro. There's something that they say, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say it, but he looks like he got a weight on him, bro. Like he doesn't even look healthy to me. Like mentally, he's probably going through a lot. Like this was him. Like I'm gonna show you guys. And when I say going through a lot, I'm not saying to feel sorry for him. I'm just saying that he's probably got a lot on his plate that's stressing him out. But this was Deshaun Watson before. Look at that young man. Young man. Nice. This is Deshaun Watson now. That boy looked 50. Gosh. He looks so old now. It's crazy. I don't know if he's not wearing sunscreen or what, but them wrinkles are poking out. Jeez, boy. That boy looks old. How old is he? God, that boy look old. He's only 29. He's only 2 years older than me, bro. I hope I don't look like that when I'm 29. Please, God, please. Bro, that guy looks so old. Like, what? My gosh. Let me see if I can zoom into this. Look at that boy. Jesus. Lord have mercy on him. Please take him out of his misery. Gosh, boy, 29 and you got all them. That's crazy. That's wild. But anyways, let me get off of that topic. Yeah, I think they should start Jameis Winston, bro. I think that Jameis Winston is a special kind of leader to me, okay? I honestly think Jameis Winston is a very good leader, okay? He knows how to inspire players. He knows how to protect players publicly. He'll even put his neck on the line. If you saw what he did, what was that? Was that with the Falcons or the Saints? I forgot who he was with last year, that he let that guy rush in for a touchdown because he didn't rush in for a touchdown the whole season. They were supposed to kneel the ball, but he said, you know what? I'm not going to kneel it. I'm going to let this guy get his touchdown. And he got a lot of flack for that. I loved it, for one. First of all, the game was already over. You're really mad because they rushed in a touchdown? Come on, bro. That's like the people that get mad on, and not to bring up the NBA too much. It's like those NBA players that get mad because you shoot a buzzer beater even though you're winning by 60 or by 30, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what you getting mad for, bro? You didn't get mad the other 60 points. Like, why are you getting mad now? That's how I feel about that kind of stuff. But Jameis put his neck on the line. So I think that Jameis is a really good leader. I'm going to be honest. That's something that the Browns have been missing for a very, very, very long time. Baker kind of had it. Let me just say something too. I think Baker's a really good leader for as far as like leading teammates. Okay. But when he was with the Browns, he was younger. He was getting a lot of flack. So he didn't really get a chance to put his get a hold of his feet under him to try to stand on something and be a leader. Okay. I don't think he really had that opportunity, especially with OBJ on the team. Just a lot of things going on. So that being said, the Browns haven't really had a leader in such a long time. They had it with Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco's gone. You know what I mean? Joe Flacco's gone. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the Browns really cared about Joe Flacco. They should have. They would be in an awesome position right now. Because if I'm not mistaken, let's check out the. Gosh, I'm back to the. I got scared by his face again. I had to go back to the screen. God. Anyways, if we go back to the drawing board here of the standings in the NFL, the Browns, Bengals, Ravens. Yeah, I get it. You're in the same division as the Ravens, but they're 4-2, bro. I mean, could Joe Flacco have won 3 more games for you out of the 5 that you've played? Could Joe Flacco he could have beaten the Giants? Yeah. He could have helped you beat the Giants. He could have helped you beat the Raiders because you only lost by 4 to the Raiders. There was no coming back from the Cowboys when you guys got smoked. But yeah, that's 2 right there. And the Eagles game, that was 50-50 as well. We could talk about that too. The Eagles game was 50-50 as well. They only won by 4. I mean, could Joe Flacco have gotten you a touchdown? I think so. Joe Flacco is him still, bro. Or him again, because he did lose that mojo a little bit, especially when Lamar Jackson was on the team. Because Lamar Jackson was Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? How do you go against that? You're Joe Flacco. But yeah, so I think Joe Flacco could have won them some games. But yeah, the Browns, they need a player that's gonna ignite the flame because they have good players still. Well, actually, they lost Amari Cooper, which is insane, bro. The Bills got Amari Cooper. We'll go into that in a second. Gosh, bro. But dude, there's so much news. I wish I had the guys here with me. They got busy lives though, I guess. They busy or whatever. You know what I mean? They busy or whatever. Yeah, they had Amari Cooper, but they still have Jerry Judy, I think they still got him. They have Njoku. They got Jerome Ford. He's okay. He's a serviceable running back. Geez, man, without Amari Cooper, this team looks a little different. And let me tell you something, Deshaun Watson. If you thought Deshaun Watson looked bad now, wait till their next game without Amari Cooper. Goodness gracious. Wait till their next game. That's wild. But yeah, definitely I think that Jameis is the way to go, but I understand it. It's a business decision more so than a care about the team decision. Do I think that's wise? No, because obviously your players are going to lose faith. They're going to lose more. Like the morale of the whole team is going to go down because they're playing for someone that they probably don't want to play for. That's probably the biggest thing. If you're a leader of anything at all, you have to get people on board with you. If you can't do that, you've already lost. You've already lost. Yeah, you might get some minor wins here and there, but as far as the whole thing, you're going to lose. So I think this is a good moment to talk about leadership, right? We see it, man. We're seeing how it plays out, how different leadership roles can affect your team and affect people around you, okay? And so that's the nugget of truth right there for y'all. You know what I mean? I had to do it. I had to do it. I'm sorry. But that being said, speaking of the Browns, they just made a crazy trade with the Bills. Oh boy. Oh boy. The Bills have acquired Amari Cooper. You know what? Let's applaud for them. They have acquired Amari Cooper. God, boy, they're gonna look nicer. The thing is, they already look nice. What was our boy out here, Josh Allen? Was he putting a cape on? Yes, that boy had the cape on. That boy was without Josh Allen, the team was not good, right? with Josh Allen, they look crazy, okay? But that's because Josh Allen is that good, right? He has a lot of upside and some downside. You know what I mean? He reminds you of like a mobile version of Phillip Rivers. Okay. Phillip Rivers was phenomenal. But imagine Phillip Rivers, but you can actually run. That, like Phillip Rivers is a to me, he's a top 20 quarterback, okay? All time. Statistically, in some stats, he's top 5, top 6, okay? And so yeah, imagine Phillip Rivers, but he's mobile. That's Josh Allen. Okay. So you have that and you're winning games. Your defense looks good, but Josh Allen is definitely he's like the centerpiece of everything. Like if Josh Allen is there, you have a chance to win. You added Amari Cooper to that. Boy, who are they going against? Let me see something real quick. Who are the Bills going against next week? The Bills will oh boy. Alejandro, I'm sorry, bro. Your Titans, they're gonna get everything clapped, boy. Everything's gonna be clapping. Everything, boy. Clapping. Bro. Boy, the Titans are in for a long one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Man, Josh Allen was out here doing his thing, and they added Amari Cooper. And you know what the crazy thing is? Not to go back to the Cowboys thing. I saw a graphic that said like Amari Cooper got let go from the Cowboys. They traded him to the Browns for like a 5th round pick. And then the Browns turned around and traded him for a 3rd round pick. If that, and let me tell you, and he was arguably statistically worse on the Browns than he was on the Cowboys, but they were able to trade him for more. All right, Jerry. That's enough about Jerry. That should tell you enough right there. But yeah, he's man. The Bills are gonna they added, I think, the piece that's gonna make them splendiferous, amazing. Okay, so that's gonna be a very, very, very good acquisition for them. It's definitely gonna. It might put them over, bro. They might be the new Super Bowl favorites, in my opinion. I picked the Chiefs, but with this, I'm gonna have to see how they play. I'm not gonna change my pick yet, but I'm gonna have to see how they play. And if they look even nicer, it's hard for me to say that they're gonna get stopped. I can't. The only team that can probably stop them is literally the Ravens, and that's because they have Derrick Henry and a really good defense. And if Derrick Henry plays good, the defense plays good. I can see them winning a game over them. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the Chiefs are gonna be able to own them the way they have, to do what they've been doing to Josh Allen. Josh Allen looks better, which is crazy. He has a great wide receiver now. It's looking like the Bills might have something going on, man. It's crazy. Congrats to the Bills, man. Y'all did it. Y'all boys did it, man. Y'all are making the moves that are going to get you over. Speaking of the Browns and the Bills, it's kind of funny that they're all kind of interconnected. So the Browns gave Amari Cooper to the Bills, and they gave a W to the Eagles. They gave a W to the Eagles, okay? The Eagles beat them 20-16. And that normally wouldn't be so much of a headline, but what is a headline is how their coach, the head coach, Nick Sirianni, was taunting the Eagles fans after they were winning. Okay? That was crazy. Let me see if I can get a hold of that. Nick Sirianni. There probably is a whole bunch of videos about that. He was taunting fans, bro. His own fans. Geez, all reaction videos. I can't hate it. Get your money, guys. Get your money, I guess. But he was taunting fans. Okay. The biggest thing I've been hearing from the talking heads that I listen to on ESPN, Nightcap with Shannon Sharp, all these different podcasts that talk about these things. People were mad at Nick Sirianni for doing that. You're like, oh, those are your fans. You can't do that to your fans. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay. Y'all weren't his fans 2 weeks ago. Y'all weren't his fans 2 weeks ago. Y'all just weren't. Y'all were calling for this man's job. And I thought he was gonna lose his job. I honestly did. There's a couple of aspects to this though. The first being, Nick, sit down. You won by 4 points to the Cleveland Browns. You almost lost to a team with a quarterback that has more cases than touchdowns. You almost lost to a quarterback that has. Let me stop. Boy, I'm about to get in trouble. Boy, Nick Sirianni, bro. You're like that guy that brags to the little kid that you just beat at basketball. Like, what are we doing out here? The kid's 5 foot. The kid's 3'5". You're 6'2". Of course you're gonna dunk on him, buddy. Nick Sirianni was he a fool to celebrate so hard? Yes. Okay, he was. However, that being said, I don't want to hear how these Eagles fans are hurt now because of this. Y'all were calling for the man's job a couple weeks ago, and you expect him to like you guys? To be like, oh, I owe this to the fans. You guys deserve this win. I love you guys. No! If I was getting my job called for every 2 weeks and then I finally won, in spite of you guys practically booing me, yes, I'm gonna talk my crap. Yes, I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm not gonna stay quiet. What? Y'all, this is the thing. Just because you're an Eagles fan doesn't mean you're a Nick Sirianni fan, okay? You guys are definitely not Nick Sirianni fans. That's okay. That's okay. However, don't expect the man to be so appreciative of you guys. I get it. You're the fans. You guys are the reason why he has a job. You're the reason why he's able to show his talent in front of so many people. I understand that. But when you are literally the same ones calling for his job for weeks in and weeks out, yes, I'm going to talk. Yes, I'm going to be hype and I'm going to be doing this. What were y'all saying? Y'all want me now? Yes, I'm going to do that. I don't blame Nick Sirianni, bro. All these reporters talking about shame on Nick Sirianni for doing this. This is your fans. If you were in Cleveland, that's acceptable, but not at home. No, buddy. No. Because home or not, he was getting his job called for. Am I wrong? He was getting his job called for. Now y'all want him to be all sweet with y'all? No. You guys aren't sweet with him when he loses. He's probably not going to be sweet with y'all when he wins. He's going to be like, oh, yeah. Okay. He feels like he's proving you wrong. When I feel like I'm proving somebody wrong, yeah, I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm not gonna stay quiet. Come on, bruh. We're human beings. We're gonna get hype. We're gonna ask for some credit. And maybe it wasn't given, and maybe it's not really deserved. I'm not gonna sit here and say he deserves credit for being the Browns, but he got a W. You guys aren't such losers anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, so the Eagles definitely, I feel like they're a little dysfunctional, just based off of their fan base. Man, I can't stand that fan base. Like, I get it. You guys feel like you're like the 12th man out there, but come on, give it a rest, y'all. Y'all be acting like y'all really out here. I get it. I'm not gonna say that we can't be fanatics. Hello, fanatics, come and watch even this podcast. But let's not sit here and act like they owe us something, okay? We freely give them money in our support. So your support should be unwavering, okay? If you're really about it, if you're about it that bad. Now, if you're just a casual fan and then you're seeing what you're seeing and then you're calling for his job, that's another thing. But if you're supposedly a diehard fan, yes, you can be critical, right? I'm not saying not to be critical, but it just feels a little bit more targeted. when the Eagles do. I don't know why, bro. These Philadelphia fans, I might be yapping a little bit here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but anyways, the Raiders have a new owner. I think I'll wait for that topic for the guys. I want to talk about that with the guys. The Raiders have a new owner, or a new member of the ownership. I guess that's the best way to put it. A new member of the ownership. Okay. That being said, I think this is a pretty good pod, y'all. Pretty good pod, man. We were able to get our talk off. We were able to talk about all this stuff. I'm trying to think of any other craziness that has happened because it's been a hectic day. Man, that Monday Night Football game went off and they just so much has changed. Like the whole complexion of the NFL has changed, in my opinion. I think the Texans got rid of someone too. They traded Cam Akers, I think. Yeah, they traded Cam Akers away. Does it move the needle for the Texans? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that really moves them. In other news, we have the Giants. I think Malik Neighbors, he's still out with a concussion, which, I mean, I'm not going to get into that topic again. But if it happens again, y'all finna hear me. I'm not going to lie to you. Y'all finna hear me. But other than that, man, it's been a great podcast. Let me just say something to you guys real quick. This is a commissioner message, okay? Do I have anything for this? I'm just going to use the clap again. Yes. First of all, thank you so much for the support, y'all. Y'all have been awesome, bro. Our numbers have been doubling every month. And I want to keep that going, man. I love you guys. I love doing this. I love talking about sports. I love talking about the different aspects and different intricacies that happen in the sports world, rumors, things like that. But you guys have been awesome, bro. The haters, y'all are awesome too. I love you guys. But a special thanks to, drum roll, please. I don't have a drum roll. Canada. Yo. A lot of our viewers are coming from Canada for some reason. Let me just say something, man. Let me get something out here. I'm gonna make an executive decision. If no one in my close circle, wife, friends, maybe one of the guys' wives or friends, whatever. If no one in our close circle, whenever we do make it humongous, if you guys want to be a part of the team, I'm going to make the first member of the team a Canadian ghetto person. Canadian ghetto people. Yeah, we're going to get them out here. You know what I mean, eh? Y'all seen that video? Hold up. Let's get a video of that ghetto Canadian lady as a badge of honor, me paying my respects to the Canadians watching us. All jokes aside, thank you so much for your support from the bottom of my heart. I'm just being silly, but I do want to see this Canadian girl. Hold up. I hope y'all seen this video. This Canadian girl accent is wild. Hold up. Yo, I want y'all to know. I really want y'all to know. If no one in my close circle wants to be a part of this team, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna get someone just like this.
A YouTuber, fam, that famous YouTuber who plays basketball.
Okay, Showtime.
That left his mom in the hood, and he left his mom in the hood, but he moved in.
Oh man, I did not expect the F-bomb. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna get a ghetto Canadian though. I'm gonna get a ghetto Canadian to work for us. Probably a dude though. I don't know. Depends on how you're qualified. Other than that, y'all, y'all have a nice one. Thank you so much for watching the pod. We love you guys. We love you, Canada. Love you, Canada. We love you, USA. We love you guys. Be a broski. Thank you so much for watching this pod. Thank you so much for being a broski and being a part of this team and this part of this community that we're building. It's growing, y'all. I can't wait to see it grow more. Peace out. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you on the next one.